Today, we are joined by Montse Marquès Bueno, who was part of the Seafood Tomorrow project and who led the development for FishChoice, a tool which can be used by the public to help them make informed decisions about the seafood and the fish that they eat. So Montse, thank you very much for joining me today.
Thanks for inviting me.
Great to have you on board. So I was wondering if you could tell us a bit more about the Seafood Tomorrow project and FishChoice that came out of that, please.
So as you said, FishChoice is a tool that enables to the population to take informed decisions about the seafood consumption. So FishChoice works as a calculator. So the user selects the seafood that they will eat or they have already eaten during a week. And then the tool provides with the intake of nutrients, the intake of pollutants, and also some advices about the sustainability. So the goal of FishChoice is to protect the health of the population and also the environment.
Okay, and can it be used by just anyone?
Yeah, sure. FishChoice is open, so it's available on our website, and also by the end of the project, we launched the mobile app, and also it's available for Android and also for iOS.
Perfect, because that's kind of leading me into my next question. So it can be used by everybody, and I guess it will be of interest to Irish consumers as well.
Yeah, sure. Actually, the last version of FishChoice, because FishChoice was already developed in a previous project in Easy Safe Seafood, and now we validated the tool and we improved it a lot. So now it's tailored for each country. So the user, the first question that has the first step that has to select is the country where he or she lives. And according to this, the most seafood the most seafood species are shown. So it's a sort of tailored according to each country, because it's very different the seafood that is consumed in Ireland than that is consumed in Italy or in Belgium or in Norway.
So it makes it a lot more user friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. And can I just check? So what stage of development is it at? Is it ready to use now?
Sorry, what did you mean?
Just what stage of development is it at? It's ready to use. It's been launched.
Yeah, sure. Actually the tool was launched in November 2020. Yeah, okay. And the mobile app was launched in last April by the end of the project.
Oh, that's great. And then how does it compare to other? Are there other calculators on the market, or how does it compare to other solutions?
Well, I think that the good thing of FishChoice is that most of the calculators that we could find in the market were very focused on nutrients. So FishChoice is focused on nutrients and also on pollutants. And now the last version of FishChoice also bears in mind the environment. So I think that there is I'm pretty sure that there is a tool in the market that is taking into account these three important pillars.
And actually, it's really interesting what you were saying. So it moves beyond the nutrients, and you've got the kind of environmental side and the contaminants.
Yeah, because there are some seafood species that the stock is very low. So the tool, when let's say if someone from Italy is consuming or wants to consume sardines, will be told most probably that try to avoid to consume sardines from the Mediterranean because the stock is very low. So try to consume other species or sardines from another place.
Yeah. So I guess if you're an environmentally conscious consumer, it really does help you make decisions.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Actually, we all should be a sort of environmental conscientious. So, and this is also a strategy to push people to think also on this, not just about nutrients, because most of the population is just focused on nutrients, on proteins, on minerals, vitamins. And now we are also giving this input of the pollutants, that it's something that is very important for the seafood because it's the food stuff which is more polluted. So population should care about this. And also in this last step, we are also putting in the middle of the table the environment. So most of the people don't care about this. They have never thought that maybe it's a very high impact for the environment, all the seafood that we are extracting. So now we put also this input, and I think that it will be nice to see how people get more conscientious about this.
Yeah, it's really interesting, because I think it's very difficult information to source for yourself if you're just a normal consumer.
Yeah, so, actually there are some sustainability guides for seafood, but
Yeah.
The population that it's the main target group that we are address, they will not check these sustainability guides because they are very specialized. So this is a way that we put all the information in a very easy way. Actually, the information about the pollutants concentrations on the seafood is something that is very common for the experts, but not for the general population. But this is a way that we put all the information together in a very easy way, because the tool, there are like two versions of the tool. There is the professional one. The professional one gives to the user with the exact amount of nutrients or pollutants intake. But the one which is mainly addressed for the general population, they just see one fish which is in red color or in blue color or in green color. This is a very simple way that the population can know if they see food in ingestion, it's okay, or they could change something. Also, the tool gives some details in case that you are taking more mercury than you are allowed to do, or it's a sort of safe. The tool gives some recommendations. Try to eat mackerel instead of tuna, as example.
Okay. I didn't realize it gave the recommendations, which is great.
Yeah, in case that you don't reach the minimum intake of nutrients, or in case that you surpass the maximum the tolerable intake of pollutants, the tool automatically gives some recommendation for those most polluted species, and also for those that could help you reaching the minimum recommended intake of nutrients.
Yeah, it's really clever. I think you're just giving the control back to the consumer.
Yeah,
and in a very accessible way, for non-experts, it's great. So I'll be using it myself now.
It's a way to empower people to take decisions, not just to say let's consume this or this. To okay, let's see, what do you consume? You are doing okay, or in case that you can change something, to help them how they can do it.
Yeah, and actually, I think it's a great way to connect people back to supply chains as well, and just again that control element, I think, is really important.
Yeah, also for the industries, it's a very nice tool because they compile a lot of data. So it's a very easy way to check the concentrations of nutrients, the concentration of pollutants for up to 80 seafood species, and also to check all the sustainability guides on once. So it's a compilation of welfare of data.
Yeah, no, it's brilliant. And can I ask, are there next steps planned or for this?
Well, the next steps is, the first one is to keep the tool updated, because we need to update once the minimum recommended intakes and the tolerable daily intakes are updated by the EFSA. We need to pay attention on this and also to update it in the tool. And now we are applying also for new projects, and in case that they are funded, we expect that for FishChoice that works in the mobile, for the mobile app, and to work, our objective is to work with the image recognition. So you don't need to select which seafood species you will eat. Yeah. So just taking a photo, the tool would provide you with the intake of nutrients and pollutants. And on the other hand, we would also like to extend the food items and maybe work with a meal, not just with a fish, and also to consider if you ate some vegetables and also some rice or something else.
That's great, actually. So expanding out, it really helps people when they're even just meal planning and trying to manage their diet. So it's really interesting. And if someone wanted to use the tool or find out more about it, where do they go?
They can visit www.fishchoice.eu. This is the website, or they can go straight to the Apple Store or to the Google Play and just search FishChoice, and they will find the mobile app.
That's great, thank you. And actually, I'll share all those details on the IATiP website as well, so we'll have it all there for everybody.
Okay.
Montse, it's been great talking to you today, and I'm really interested and just fascinated by the whole process and the tool. So it's great to hear more about it. So thank you very much.